Other guys. Um, this video, I don't have a title yet. I have the concept for it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go with that, and then I'll think of a title later. But I just saw a video. It's an old video, um, where I think it was on Young Turks, and it's where a black woman uh got assaulted by a white pet store owner back in 2021. And she and her boyfriend apparently had went in to buy a couple of rats for their snake didn't eat them. And so um I guess they had went back several times asking for a refund. They kept being told that we can't process a refund for whatever reason. The guy, her boyfriend, put up uh I guess a negative review on Yelp or something like that against the store. Store saw it and had some words with him and basically banned him from the store. uh but then the girlfriend went in there by herself, and basically once again she's there demanding a refund that she already didn't get, and they know it was going to be an issue with that, from what I see. Uh, Owner of the store, white guy. The whole store was, looks like an all white family. This is a small town. Um, and so sh Basically the owner of the store literally picks her up and throws her out of the store. He had been asking her while in the store to basically get the F out, leave, whatever. She literally just has her phone out recording them, and just I heard her repeatedly saying, well, she's going to give me my money. I want my refund. I'm going to get my refund, whatever. Um, Picks her up, literally throws her out. Apparently, he had his foot on her chest. The boyfriend gets out of the car then, which I don't understand why he wasn't at the door and ready, but whatever. Um, they have more words, they leave, I guess. I don't know what else happened with that. Um, and literally at the end of the day, they had a trial by judge, I guess. And the judge said there was the guy wasn't guilty. Guy wasn't guilty. And so they there was an outrage. The there's a GoFundMe. I think there was a GoFundMe. I don't really know what it reached or whatever. I didn't even look, But you know, it kind of seems to me that we as black women seem to be, just by almost like default, in one big toxic abusive relationship. You know what I'm saying? And all black women are in it, And I hate to think of it like that, but it almost seems like that. When you look at the stuff that keeps happening, it's like, we keep seeing and hearing about these attacks on black women by white guys, by black men, by almost like by anybody. It seems like black women are kind of like a free for all. And it's out there that there is no protection, and the men keep announcing that they are not going to protect. And it's almost, to me, makes me wonder, like, do they not understand how it makes all black women vulnerable? And I think they do. I really do. I mean, I think, I mean, if a guy tells the neighborhood that I'm finna leave my house. My women and my daughters are there at home without no protection, and I'm finna leave. We're gonna leave the door wide open for whatever happens. And then he leaves, and something literally happens to them. It's almost like he set it up, and that is what it seems like it's being done on social media. It's almost like an invitation and a setup that, see, ain't nothing going to happen. We're leaving the black community open for anybody to come in when they want and attack the women and children, and y'all be okay. It ain't gonna happen to y'all. You know, we gonna stand back. We ain't gonna say, oh, we gonna side with y'all. Yep, the bitches deserved it. You know, and that's some sick demonic low vibrational, that's just completely sick and demonic. And like, what planet does that happen on? Like, that's completely, that completely goes against everything that America is even founded on. Well, you know what, I have to take that back, because no, attacking native women and dark skinned women has actually been the theme of America. And them not being able to protect themselves, and the men not standing up. I'm like, hey, I guess we just saw that together. It's, yeah, it's been, you know what I'm saying. But it's a shame, and it's horrible. And the way that I see this is, um it's almost like black women are like collectively by default in one big crazy toxic abusive relationship, which, if I can sidebar for a minute, is another reason as to why I have been trying over the last few months to move away from talking about black men and black relationships and all that kind of stuff, because I don't see where the women, honestly, or maybe enough women, are like really and literally for real sick of this. Um, I still see too many women placating to black men and saying not all, and we still love you, Black King, and you still see too much of that. I was on one of those podcasts, listening, and this particular situation was once again, it was about the girl who got hit in the face with a brick, supposedly, or we don't know if it's true or not yet, but as it stands, because we don't have anything to debunk it, it's true. Okay, that's where we are right now. So this, it was a podcast where the guys were on TikTok. This was back when I was listening to it. I have not been on there in days at this point, but they, it was hot, and they were talking about it, and a the guys, at for the most part, were saying she deserved it, and who cares, and we ain't gonna protect, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so um, with that being the case, um, there was one black guy at the end almost of the show, like after hours, um, who came on there basically confessing his love for the queens, and we love black women, and I'll protect them, and this and that, and it's wrong what happened, and the whole thing. Anyway, one black woman, very very educated black woman, um basically answered him by saying, like, collectively, it's too late, we don't care anymore, we don't want your protection, we're going to protect ourselves, the whole thing. Now, of course, that's kind of a divide. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of women who agreed with her stance and her side. I was one of them. And then, though, there was this woman who I guess was like a co what would you call it? She was up there with the host. Like they, I guess she was like a big moderator or something, but she was on the panel too. And after the woman said that, she stopped her and no, 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 we're not going to do that. That, is one thing we're not going to do. We're going to remain respectful. Which the woman actually who said that about we don't care, we don't want it anymore. She didn't say anything nasty, mean, ugly, or whatever. She just said her piece and that was it. Like she didn't disrespect him, cuss him out, or any of that. She just calmly said her piece and, thank you, but we don't want it. And the woman who, was coming back at that response was like, with this brother, spoke and he said he was sorry and, he put it out there and, basically you kind of just, embarrassed him or whatever, by saying, that we're not going to accept that. And he was just speaking heartfelt from his heart. And we don't need to put him out there and embarrass him. And, if there are black men who want to come up and say they're sorry, whatever, we're going to let them do it. We're going to embrace our kings and whatever. And so that's pretty much how that went. Okay. Let that sit right there. I know a woman. I knew a woman back in Houston. Let's call her Dolores. Let's call her man Mike. And at the end of the day, all Mike does is cheat. Been cheating from the beginning. They've been together forever. She knows at this point. She don't like it at this point, but knows that there's nothing that she can do about it. And I'm speaking presently, but I'm talking about a past situation that I'm not even involved with these people anymore. But it's just a situation. And here's the crux of it. The going back and forth of this situation has, taught me at that time that I don't think she really wants to leave him. I don't think she really truly wants to change the situation. What I think is that she's mad, hurt, and angry that he's cheating on her and don't give a shit about her. But much like the lady on TikTok, if this man came back, said, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was wrong. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna treat you right now. I'm gonna love you now." All bets would be off. She would be back in love in a second. She would be ready to cut his toenails and wash his drawers out at the drop of a hat. And I think she would be good. I really do. I think no matter what, after all of that, all those years, all he would have to say is that, and she would be good. She'd be happy. She would love her life again. And that situation is done, and I left it there. But I'm just giving my perspective of what I see from the situation and what I believe to be what is true in my mind. That's what I think. Now, let's put that as on black women as a whole. That's the same thing I see. Black women getting abused collectively, black women getting no protection collectively, black women getting left as baby mamas, left. And when I say left as baby mamas, I mean the men leaving the relationships and leaving them baby mamas. Um, and just a whole toxic, abusive relationship. But I really truly think and believe, because I've seen it so many times, after all of that, one black man can get up on a post and say, "Well, I love my black women, and you know, we they're queens and they special and they deserve, the best. They deserve to be treated like queens and protected and the whole thing." And you have a whole barrage of black women from then on. "Oh, we love you too, king, and we love our kings, and we love our black men," and and it just it's almost like they're speaking for all of us. Just like the woman on TikTok who tried to check the woman who said, "Yeah, we good, we don't want it." Which, like I said, I'm on her side. Like, I'm good, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like the other ones are speaking for all of us. And it's just like I said, seems to me to be one big toxic collective relationship. And when I bring up the thing about the store, this dollar, it wasn't a dollar store, it was a pet store. When I bring that up, I'm bringing that up because, like I say, there seems to be a theme right now of people attacking Black women and Black women not getting any help and protection. And like I say, as a Black woman, that scares me because nobody's like for real doing anything about it. Like, no one is really for real being, really seeing it as a problem. And that's scary to me. And after all of that, it could be one white man who gets up there and talk about queens and protect Black women, or it could still be a Black man who gets up, say he's sorry, and we'll forgive him, we'll take him back. It's really seriously that domestic violence mindset that is literally being played out. Like, literally, man beats his wife, his woman, beats her to a pulp, treats her bad, cheats on her, treats her like shit, don't give her nothing, don't support her, don't support the kids, continually beats her up, and then but comes back, "Oh baby, I'm sorry, I love you, it ain't gonna happen no more." And she takes him back and forgives him. And that is the cycle that I feel like we're in collectively as Black women. And to me, that's scary as shit because I ain't never got hit by no man. And I've never been in an abusive situation and relationship like that, and I know that I wouldn't stay. But it's like you're being pushed along with the rest of the crowd, and it's scary and it's toxic. It's toxic. And you know I don't even know really what to do and what to say about this, but making Black women the face of abuse and then nothing happening is scary to me. But all I can really say is that Black women, I keep saying it, we literally and truly need to protect ourselves. So the ones of us who ain't never been in this crazy toxic collective, or even a relationship where you're in with any man or whatever and it's abusive and toxic and you just keep going back or whatever. Yeah. Um I don't even really know what to say about that, except, you know, we need to learn we need to learn what abuse is and what's not love. Maybe that's number one, you know. We need to learn self-love, which is what I have been doing in these videos, trying to go from talking about toxic Black men, which is, I mean, it's exhausting. It's completely exhausting. And I personally don't have the energy to sit and do that every day. Like, I don't know if the women who are strong enough to do this every day, if they're just young and they just got that energy, or if um I don't know, maybe their sponsorships and their payment or whatever from YouTube is enough to keep them going. But for me, it is completely exhausting. I would rather talk about things like self-love and raising your frequency and raising your vibration and learning to create your own reality and get out of all this toxic shit and manifest you a man of your own, that you don't have to accept nothing that's going on in this realm and this reality. You can manifest your own man, manifest the type of man that you want to love you and to be in a relationship with you, and how you're going to treat him, how he's going to detach yourself from this whole toxic black culture cycle stuff that is going on. And the only way that I could see doing that is literally divesting yourself of the whole thing, period. And I mean, because honestly and truly, even me taking up for black women a lot of times is toxic. And I don't mean it's toxic. What I meant to say is it's exhausting, because it's exhausting, first of all, because I don't have a big, huge platform of a lot of women who come and listen to me. And so, still putting it out and still putting the word out, I don't know who I'm reaching. I don't know if I'm reaching women that really do listen to me and listen to my content and believe in things like trying to, first of all, de escalate a situation instead of continually antagonizing one. And also women that would understand that when I say that, I'm not victim blaming. Like, I'm not blaming the victim, I'm not blaming the women. But what I'm saying is that, my mom, the best way for me to say this is to try to give an example. My mom um was always the kind that would go over somebody's head and speak to their boss and then go to their boss. You know what I'm saying? That was always like her MO. Everybody got a boss. And so that's a tactic that I picked up. Like, I'm not confrontational. I'm not finna fight you. I'm not finna sit around and argue and give you my energy. I'm not gonna sit around in a already um escalated situation and continue to stay there and wait to see if somebody finna put their hand. Like, I'm not finna sit there and do that, because people will put their hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody invincible. You know what I'm saying? To where, especially as a woman, you gonna put up enough bluff that you ain't gonna put your hands on. Like, come on now, you know? Um, and so I learned that from her. And so I personally would rather not engage you in a situation that I know could even potentially escalate. I would rather write your corporate office, or even get a lawyer, or the Better Business Bureau, or, yeah, Yelp, you know, and then get a bunch of my friends or people or whoever to, help join me in this campaign. But I'm not going to get up and physically go back into a store or a business or whatever where I've been told that I'm not wanted, and how that things could obviously escalate. Um, I know that that woman understood that if they'd already banned your boyfriend, like you and your boyfriend have went in there numerous times together. They say he can't come in. Well, I'm gonna go in there myself. I mean, come on. I mean, do you real? She obviously knew that that was not going to turn out well for her. It's not like they said, okay, well, come on back. We'll give you your money back, or we'll trade the rats, or what. Like, I don't know what it is. But it just seemed to me, and then if you ask me, the way I look at that situation, the boyfriend, why are you in the car? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you see what's going on. I don't know. Maybe he was off to the side and all he saw was, he looked around and his girlfriend getting knocked out the stove and getting a foot on her chest. And so he go to her rest. I don't know. But the fact that you allowed her, and supposedly she's what, 4'11" and 110 or 15 pounds. She's a tiny, tiny woman. Why would you let her go in there alone and literally, in my opinion, unprotected? You know what I'm saying? And to me, he helped put her in this situation. That's what I see. And so For safety's sake, I really think it's important that we learn how to de-escalate situations, that we don't have to get physical. Um, we don't have to cuss people out. I just made a video the other day on my other channel, um, the spiritual side. I made a video talking about these people who always feel like they got to match energies. You know what I'm saying? It's such a low vibrational thing to do, that what do you think is going to happen? And I don't know if we just, like, I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but like I say, I don't know how I have all my life been able to avoid situations like that. I've had opportunity to get myself into altercations where people have tried to pick at me, poke me, say little stuff, to try to get an attitude out of me, or try to push me to, what I'm saying? And I think I've shared it on here. Matter of fact, there was one just the other day where I was in an Uber. And I was in an Uber with what I know was a racist Hispanic woman. She was an older woman. And that ain't something new. That's not something that I'm going to keep keeping my mouth quiet about. A lot of older Hispanic women are very racist. And so I saw the situation. She kept looking at me from the rearview mirror. I didn't say anything, never did say anything. I had my Bluetooth on, didn't mean to talk, didn't want to talk, nothing. I got in the car. I said good morning. I was cordial like I always do. I put my seatbelt on and I was going on for the ride. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as I got in the vehicle, she said something about, please make sure you hold on to your coffee and don't waste it. Okay. I did tell her that, well, ma'am, the lid is on really tight. I've never had an incident with wasting my coffee in anybody's vehicle. So, I'm good, but thank you. So later on, like I said, she just kept, like just looking at me from the back, and I'm just like, okay, that was aggravating, but whatever. So as we get on into the neighborhood that I was going into, is a very, very nice neighborhood, and it's actually where I work now. Big, beautiful homes, nice subdivision is still being built and all this stuff. And so she says, as we're getting on, almost for me to get out or get to my destination, she goes, "Oh, it's really far out here." Now I still got my ear things on, but my music or whatever I was listening to, podcast or something, was low enough that I could still hear her. And I didn't say anything about that. And then she looks in the rear view mirror and goes, "You live out here?" And I told her, "This is where I need to go." That was it. Didn't say anything else. Kept looking straight ahead. Kept my ear things on. And I could tell she didn't like that because, as an empath, I could feel energies. I know she tightened up a little bit and she just kept looking at me. So we get there to my destination, and, I thank you, get out, getting ready to close the door. Thank you for not wasting coffee in my car. And I'm like, this woman really wants me to act ignorant. Like she was prodding me the whole time for me to act like an ignorant black woman. Another incident, I think I had said this on here before, probably in a long ago video. There was a white woman, an old white woman at a grocery store. And this is kind of an upscale grocery store, but it's here in my neighborhood, so I go. Um, and there was a woman ahead of me being checked out at the moment. Now I just got off work, ran to the store real quick, still got my uniform on and everything. I hadn't even gone home, and I was just buying a few things, and that was it. And so, my basket is right here. She's up there. I don't believe in crowding people out. Um, Actually, I think this might have been pre-COVID. So this might have been like 2018 or 19 or something like that. But I think this was pre-COVID. So it really wasn't any like distance restrictions, but I don't want to crowd nobody out. You know what I'm saying? She's already being checked out. So get all up on her for what? And so I had my groceries and everything on the little scale or whatever. And this, little old short white woman, just in my back, can you go up some more? And I'm just like, I turn around and look at her, whatever, and I inched up just a little bit. But like I say, crowd the woman for what? Um, she had enough room for me to put the little thing there and for her to begin to put her groceries there, but my groceries are still there. So it's like she can't put all of her stuff on there yet. And so she said something else and just continued to say stuff to trigger me. That's obviously what she was doing, about me going up and she need more room and she need more space. So I literally just stood there like I was ignoring her is what I was doing. And finally, all of that subsided. I got my stuff up there. She got hers, and I think she continued to mumble stuff and everything. And because I was tired, because I had worked the whole shift, and because my feet and legs and all that hurt, and I was just ready to go home, I really didn't say any more because all she did was talk. But if she had escalated it more or even touched my groceries or anything like that, that would have been a situation where no, I wasn't gonna turn around and slap her ass like she needed. Even I don't give a damn if she was old. She was being a rude bitch. Literally, she was being a rude bitch, and she wanted to pick at me so that I could, you know, turn black girl on and roll my neck and act ignorant and cause a scene and all that. But guess who would have gotten the police called on it? Certainly wasn't gonna be that little old white woman. It wouldn't have been her. So the way that I would have handled that, if things had escalated, I would have, literally called the manager, asked for the manager, tell him that I am being picked at by this woman. I can't think of my words right now. I'm being picked at by this woman, and I would have taken it from that route. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, if I had responded any kind of crazy way, if I had put my hands on her any kind of way, if I had, turned around to address her, I already know, like I'm saying, that I would have been the aggressor, and I know that I would have been the one that they would have called the absolute cops on. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the history. And I know that's what she was trying to escalate the situation to. Um, but I didn't give her that satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? And now outside the store and all that might have, but what I look like beating up a little old white woman? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I look like having a confrontation with a little old white woman who I know was already, there are people, in my opinion, who feel like they just want to F with a black woman, a black person today. Like there literally are. There's just situations, videos and everything that I know that y'all have seen where there are white people and people who are literally racist, even of other races, who feel like I'm just gonna go out and just F with a black person today. And I really literally think that's what that was. I think that's what that Uber driver was trying to do. I think she was trying to get some kind of rise out of me. But the point of this video, like I said, is learning. We have to learn the importance, and I may make another video about knowing how to de-escalate situations. If you worried about your ego, if you worried about how you look, if you worried about, oh, they're gonna see me as a coward, they're gonna, all of that is just literally your ego, and all of that is literally on a higher level, not even important. As long as nobody put their hands on you, people can say whatever the hell they want to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's triggering. It pisses me off because in both situations, I knew exactly what they were trying to do. That's literally why I didn't give them the satisfaction of seeing, oh, she gonna act like an ignorant nigga. I'm not even gonna give you that satisfaction of going there like that. Yeah, I could have. Not going to even say that I didn't feel like it because, like I say, the Uber bitch, I know she was just trying to be a bitch. I know exactly what she was trying to do. But I sat back there in my dignity and in my womanhood, and I let you see that all of us are not like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is not made where we just gonna just pop off on you and just act a ass. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's what you want. You're showing that you're the ignorant one, honestly. That little old white woman showed herself to be the ignorant one because I didn't argue with her. I stood there literally and just ignored her. And that's what she was getting mad about. And they don't like that from us. They don't like when we take the high road. They want us to be the one that says, "Oh, when you go high, I'm finna go to hell, and I'm gonna match your energy, and I'm gonna show you." I'm not finna do all that. It takes too much energy, like for real. It takes too much. I don't like confrontation. I don't like I don't even want to acknowledge you. Like literally, when I go out in public most of the time, half the time I don't even look at people because I don't want your eye energy. I don't want any of that. I want to do what I need to do and get myself back home in my house safe. Like it's not even a fear thing. It's literally a thing of I don't want to engage with you. And so you trying to make me engage with you, I'm going to do the exact opposite and aggravate you more because I know what you want from me. You're not going to get it. I'm going to act as if you are not even there. I do not see you. I do not hear you. I know that Uber driver was looking to get a rise out of me, especially with the car. The thank you for not wasting coffee. That was supposed to be the bitch look. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was supposed to be. But she wasn't gonna get it. She wasn't gonna get it. I'm gonna continue to aggravate you by making you ask me, do you live out here? Oh, it's so far out here. Do you live out here? Bitch, you trying to be nosy. That's all you're doing. You're trying to be nosy because you're trying to figure out, oh, this is a nice neighborhood. Do you live out here? That's what she was hinting at. That's what she was hitting at. I'm gonna make you wonder. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. You don't like black people that are able to live in nice neighborhoods? Is that really it? This little old white woman, are you mad that I'm at an upscale a grocery store and I'm not at Walmart? Is that what your problem is? You don't want to see me in your store, in your neighborhood? Is that it? But this is my neighborhood. That store is literally right down the street. Deal with it. Deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of at the end of the day, we're going to have that. We're going to continue to have that. We're going to continue to have, if this woman was in a white racist town or whatever, my thing is, why exacerbate the situation to the point of getting people putting their hands on you when you know we are literally in a country where the scales rarely tip in our favor. What do you really think you were going to get in a small town, mostly white town, from a white judge who I'm sure knows the family? Like, it's a small town, come on. And I mean, do you really think you were going to get some justice? You know what I'm saying? Do you really think you were going to get some justice? You can go to all the black media outlets and all that you want, and but at the end of the day, what that judge said and what was ruled to be the final judgment, that's what stands. And now you just have a video on social media being humiliated because nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? I literally First of all, I wouldn't have went back in that store for, between her and that boyfriend. I wouldn't have went back in that store. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of us. You can't go in there. I'm certainly not going to go in there with all these damn white people in a small. Like I really can't even imagine what she was thinking, how she thought that was going to work out for her, and why the boyfriend, if he cares or loves her at all, would even put her in that situation. You know that's not going to turn out good. You know it's not. And then you in the car. You should have been at the door after this dude then literally brought your woman outside. Like, why you not at the door with your fist getting ready to punch him in the face? Like, I mean, because other than that, I don't understand why you were there. Like, but you didn't protect her. Dude had his foot on your girl neck or chest, they say. So what were you there for? Like, I don't even get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. You guys, I really hope that you get what I'm saying in this video. Um, it's just exhausting, and it's not cool with this thing of black women being the face of who can be the target and who's not going to be protected. Like, it's like we heard it, we hear it, I guess we know it, but now it's like y'all proving it. See, if I beat the hell out of a black woman, or if I go punch her in her face, if I go slap the shit out of her, ain't nothing gonna happen. It's all good. The black man gonna say that she deserved it, because what did she say to him? What did she do? Other black women finna get on social media and say stuff like, well, I can't judge until I hear the whole story because we don't know what happened. I mean, like, literally, is that what you want to be the outcome of your situation, or do you want to take the high road and try to keep yourself out of those kind of situations and go over their head, go to corporate, write some letters to the news? I mean, like, there was a lot of stuff, in my opinion, that she could have done. I would have written the news station. I would have written all kinds of these black media outlets. I would have put their, like I say, you could put their store or whatever on blast without going back there. Like, how do you put the people still on blast and then get yourself back up in there and literally threaten them that, oh, I'm waiting for my money, I'm about to get my money? I mean, come on. You can't. You got to use wisdom. You have to use wisdom. And once again, talking about that video that I made about matching people's energy, that whole video was talking about learning to live, operate, and be on a higher frequency. Because when you're on a higher frequency, a higher vibration, you don't even get yourself in situations like that. You find ways of doing it different. You know what I'm saying? Talk to some neighbors, talk to some people around there. First of all, in that little small white town, I don't know if it would have worked, but I'm just saying. Talk to some people, talk to some other customers and stuff, see if they've had situations like that or any kind of problems with the store. And if they have, because I think it said something like that in the article, but I'm not going to go back right now. But if that's the case, then you got more people on your side. That's some more Yelp reviews. You know what I'm saying? That's some more leverage on your side that maybe they won't go back to the store. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's just other ways to handle escalating situations other than you matching energy. You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to give people what they're looking for. You really literally don't. You know what I'm saying? And you better believe when I got out of that Uber, she got a 1. She got a 1 star. Wish I could have gave her less than that, but she definitely got a 1. So that means two things. That means, first of all, her money about to go down. The second thing that's going to happen is that I will never get her again for a ride. There you go. I'm good. I'm satisfied. And I'm more so satisfied that she didn't get what she was trying to get out of me. to try to prove. See, they all the same. I just go mess with a black woman, just say a little something, whatever, and I'm gonna get what I'm looking for. I got some frustration to get out. I'm gonna go mess with a black person. And I'm telling you, that may sound crazy, that may sound retarded, that may sound whatever, but I'm telling you, I truly believe that there are people who go and get themselves worked up to just go F with black people. I really do. And I think they just be looking for it on whatever day for whatever reason. And I think way too many of us give it to them. Now, if it's a man, if it's a black man, that's something completely different. But if you as a woman and you know what's going on and you see what's going on, I mean, handle it how you want it. But me personally, I'm not going to get in no altercation that I don't have to get in. Now they messing with a black man or something, and it's not something that's going to necessarily escalate to violence or whatever. Because I don't advise anybody to put themselves in a situation where things can turn violent. But the reason that I said if it's a man is that a man has a lot easier way of defending and protecting himself than you do as a woman. That's all I'm saying. Not condoning no violence upon black men or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that he's a man. He can handle himself a lot better than you can. You guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know if there's been a situation where that somebody was trying to escalate it against you and how it turned out. I would love to know. You guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, I'll see you next time.